As a global finance function is transformed to run the very efficiently by utilizing the global shared service center in a low cost location, companies are starting to demand the more effectiveness from the finance function. Essentially, the finance is now doing the things right, but not necessarily doing the right things, or rather enough right things. Finance is tasked with the delivering the better business intelligence and, more importantly, better insights to influence the business decision making in the right direction and creating an impact on the company's performance. At the center of this shifting demand is the FP&A function, which needs to deliver the better analytics about the needs of the partners with the business stakeholders. While always an analysis function is much more challenging to develop the meaningful relationship with the stakeholders as it requires the completely different skills versus the traditional role of the financial planning and analysis. To help facilitate this change, we will take a closer look at the terms business partnering and explore what it means for the FP&A function. Business and partnering. Let us disseminate the two key important terms and discuss what they really mean. Business. Seems obvious that this is about the company you work for and the industry it competes in. Too often, though, FPA profile professionals have been occupied with purely looking at the numbers rather than connecting them to the business context. A trend is trend regardless if you sell flat screens or an ice creams. However, these are the two completely different markets and the production supply chain, marketing, etc. all functions in different ways. Hence, to build a relationship of a trust with your stakeholder is irrespective of what functions they work in, you need to understand what they do. We will explore the tips and the tricks to learn about the business in a later blog. Partnering. To partner with someone, you need to trust. Without trust, there is no partnership. That holds the true in the business as it does in your private life. To establish the trust with any given stakeholders, you can analyze what elements of the trust equation you need to work on. The elements are the creditability, the reliability, the intimacy, less self orientation. Often, FP&A professionals find it hard to build the intimacy with others, yet, it's important to remember that being intimate with someone doesn't mean being private with them. Rather, you can connect on a professional and a personal level, talking about some experiences you had together or a common interest. Most importantly, you need to know the profile of a key stakeholder. Some like small talks, whereas others just talk what or they just want to deliver your recommendation in just 30 seconds or less. Once you have figured out how to build a relationship with your main stakeholders, all you need to do is to increase your interactions with them to be in a formal meeting or at a coffee machine. We will also explore the tools for now to build the partnership in a later blog post. It is important and as well as difficult to be good business partner if you fall short in either of the two categories, and there are no shortcuts really to become good at it. It takes hours and hours of work and practice, but you got to start somewhere. Business partnering in the context of the FP&A. FP&A is some fun the corporate function that delivers the analysis to senior management, hence tend to work more at a strategic level rather than at the operational or the tactical level. That means you need to understand the strategy of your company and challenges the strategic decisions. You also need to partner with both senior leaders as well as the frontline functions that deliver the critical input to your planning and analysis. Senior leaders are the short on the time and leave very little room for errors. Hence, FP&A business partnering differs from the finance business partnering on the level of the stakeholders to deal with as well as the operating and the strategic level. In a later We will look at how the FP&A function use business partnering for improving the company's performance at a strategic level. To understand the challenging part about the being successful with the business partnering in the FP&A function, then try to remember the last time you showed up with the wrong numbers in your management presentation or made a forecasting error that led to a wrong decision. We have all tried it but never really thought about how much it damaged your partnership with the management team. Had you only had the business understanding to know that your numbers are clearly didn't fit with what happened in the business during the last month, or that your forecast clearly wasn't realistic. Now that you know, you can get started on the building trustful relationship and help your company improve the business performance. In conclusion, what's important to know about the business partnering is that you need to find ways for increasing your business understanding in addition to building the relationship with your key stakeholders through the establishing trust. By doing this, you will be able to leverage your FP&A skills and your FP&E team in completely different way which will boost value creation in your company.